Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new, my name is Josh, and this is Josh Goes to Disney. Okay, so I have special guests today. I have Sarah, I don't know on her screen what's gonna look like, but I have Sarah from Chronically Disney. I have Jess from Disney Jess, and then I have Denita from Absolutely Fabulators. So we are gonna just do a Zoom chat and just talk and hang out because we're social distancing and we can't go to Disney. We can't see each other in person. So let's just have a chat and see how everybody's doing, see how everybody's experiencing this epic pandemic. So how's everybody doing?
Good.
I miss Disney.
I do too.
Yeah.
My aunt, I went over to my aunt's house yesterday and she was like, I really miss Disney. I haven't been in forever. I was like, you miss Disney? I was like, come on now. I went once a week and I can't go now. So to get cut cold turkey and not be able to go is killing me inside.
Yeah.
It really sucks to not be able to go. And to see, I was talking to her about the Flower and Garden Festival and how I'm probably not gonna be able to go to it, and it is killing me. What have y'all been doing? Who's anybody working? Do any of us have a job?
Is mom
Okay.
a job?
Mom is definitely a job. Mom is 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm attempting to learn how to homeschool. It's not going well.
Wait, so did you
If you
say
have
the
questions,
Roomba?
ask me. I was homeschooled.
I homeschooled my kids.
I was partially homeschooled.
Yeah, I'm just no good at it.
Homeschool rocks.
I don't think that's
My
true.
kids can easily distract me, and the 15-year-old will debate me for an hour, and then I realize that he's done nothing.
I was that kid.
But that's what you do to actual
That was
teachers
the big
in
class.
Yeah, I don't pay them enough or get them nice enough gifts. That's what I've decided.
They can pay you for your tuition, your salary for teaching them. By they can do stuff around the house. They can make you food, all that kind of junk.
Well, what happens is I argue with one for an hour, and then after that, it just kind of trickles down. So by the time I get to the 7-year-old, she's like, I've done my page of math. Are we done? I'm like, okay.
So when you disconnected last time, your chat came up from Messenger from Facebook, and I really thought you named your kid Roomba.
No.
Because you said Roomba unplugs your computer, and I was like, this chick really named her child Roomba?
That would be hilarious. My kids did want to name Megan Baby Robot.
Perfectly reasonable name.
Yeah.
And then they
My mom
wanted to
told
name
me-
Emily DSI because they figured if they named her DSI, then Megan would play with her all the time.
Wow. My mom told me the other day that there was there was a lady that had children during all of this, and she named one Corona
Oh God.
Oh, that's
and
just
one
wrong.
and one name was COVID.
Oh.
Yeah. And I was like, good and well that whenever this child grows up and starts to get into a place of age where people start making fun of her or him, they're not going to know about COVID-19. They're going to think of Corona, the beer.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're going to be they're not even, no one's going to remember all this has happened unless, it's brought up a long time from now. So, they're going to automatically think of Corona, the beer. Forever. Your name's going to be Corona beer, forever.
Yep.
Oh.
Hello, bud, Corona.
I think sometimes parents don't think names through.
No.
It's
Gwyneth
the hormones or
Paltrow, Gwyneth Paltrow has a daughter named Apple.
I know.
right?
What about North?
Come on.
Northwest.
There's a
that.
lot of weird names like that. I mean, I like weird names, but
Yes, they're up on the top shelf above the
Celebrities just kind of take it overboard.
dope.
Crone is just cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mean.
And in some countries you can only pick names from a certain list, and if you don't go off that list, you have to have permission to use it.
Really?
Yeah. If I weren't on my phone, I'd look it up and tell you what countries those were, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, look it up after this. It's real.
Speaking of countries, can y'all believe the Olympics got postponed?
Yes.
I think it's really
Yes.
sad.
Like, I follow a couple like people that would be participating in it, like gymnasts and swimmers and stuff on like Instagram, and they're all talking about how they were just getting prepared for like the trials, and they've been working 4 years for this,
Yeah, it sucks.
and now they're like, it's like over. But I think they're still doing it, but like they're not. It's being
It's gonna be
postponed.
next year.
Yeah.
But like, in my opinion, wouldn't you be happy that it got postponed because it gives you like another year to prepare?
No, because one injury and they are out for life. Extra
Oh, that's
time is
true. I never
worth
thought
the
about that.
body.
And I know with ice skaters, you have like certain time windows and age windows that you have to be in.
That is true.
And some of them age out and
Yes.
things like that. And
I would hope they would
right
put
now we
something in
can't even
place.
practice. So
But I mean, hopefully there'll be things put in place, and the people who were supposed to contend will still be able to contend. But I mean, nothing surprises me.
Yeah.
I mean, Disney is closed. That's major. If Disney's closed, nothing else
Yeah.
surprises me.
Like, this has never happened before.
So are y'all getting Jess and Denita? Y'all are annual pass holders, right?
Mhm.
Are y'all? Did y'all get your pass holders extended? Like your passes extended?
yeah. They
Um,
said their email said that it'll extend like every day that they're closed, they'll just add that on to the end. Or you can choose to have it rated or something, and they'll
you can have it
Prorated.
partially prorated.
yeah.
But they haven't opened up, or at least the last email I got, they hadn't yet opened up the prorating for out-of-state people. They've only been doing the things for the people with payments.
Right.
Because I do
kind of think
payments
it's
on
better
mine.
for me to prorate, and use that money towards next year's pass, because I won't get down there again.
Yep. Yeah,
And I
ours
can
is
plan a trip.
I'm a monthly payment because I'm a Florida resident, and I think what my mom was telling me is that you either get this next month refunded. You get your next month refunded, right, Mom? Your month is going to be refunded for Disney.
From March 12th through April 5th. That whenever you make a payment, that's going to be funded.
Right. So I made payment. I think it was the beginning, like the first day of April, like the end of May or the end of March or the beginning of April. I made a payment, so I'm probably gonna get that refunded, and then I have to choose if I want to. What is it?
If you want to extend your payment plan,
Uh-huh.
you have to choose option 2,
Okay.
and they will not charge you as long as the park is closed.
So you can extend your pass.
Mhm.
You can extend your passes, but you won't get charged for the 2 months that they are going to be closed or 3 months they're going to be closed, and then it'll just pick up whenever you expire.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They open up June 1st, and you get from April to June.
So that's basically what. And then you have to call, or you have to eat, or they're going to send you an email. They're going to send us an email, and we have to choose option 1 or option 2. Option 1 is something that's like apparently it's like crap that they're just trying to have an extra second option. But my mom called and said that the lady said that everybody's choosing option 2. It's like no one so far that she's talked to, and she's talked to hundreds of people that have chosen option 1. Because I was like, I'm gonna choose option 1 because hey, I'm gonna get refunded, and then my pass is gonna get I'm not gonna get charged for the months that were closed, and then I'm gonna get my pass is going to expire in October, and then I'll just pick it up in October. I'll just start my new year in October. But then I was like, well, I won't get charged for the 2 months out or 3 months that we're out, but then it'll extend. So my pass will just renew in December instead of October.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically giving you like whatever they're closed for free. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, better. So I won't have to worry about spending that extra money because, you know, me and Denita are trying to go to the Mickey's Very Scary
Not the scary
Party Christmas
not
theme
the
music.
scary
Halloween party.
The Very Merry Christmas Halloween Party.
We've had this problem a lot.
I think it's
We
a
can't get
special
the
party
name
just
right.
for you two.
Yeah. It's a bloody and vampire Santa.
I was
Why?
looking at like September 28th through October 2nd that week.
I know. Well, I have the 5K in November. It's like November 8th, I want to say. So I know I'll be down hopefully around then. But as soon as they open up, I want to go down.
I want to be there as soon as they open, but like I'm scared it's gonna be out of hand.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever experienced lines or crowds like I'm gonna experience the first couple weeks that it's gonna be open.
That's a good point.
Because I feel like
Or
Disney's gonna have to do
People could
something.
be so scared to go that it won't be busy.
Well, I mean, that's
I don't
true
know.
because
I mean, because we were there just before they actually
Yeah.
closed it down, and people weren't affected. People were still there.
Yeah.
I mean, did you
So
see
I
the
don't
picture
think
of like the last day it was open? Where
I
like the
don't think I
president
did.
or CEO or whatever was sitting outside in the railroad station.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
People were like this.
Yeah.
Like listening to him. They were all in that area right there by the fire station and stuff, and the confectionery. They were all like this to each other, listening to him.
Yep. I think it's
And
going to be really.
this is a
crazy.
week before, or the day it closed. Like that was like a quarter of the way into like what we were going through. Like people were infected at that time. So like people not caring and being at Disney, like touching all those doors and junk.
I would really like it if they would just kind of pause our passes at this point and let us say when we want to unpause them, because it's going to be crazy. I don't think I want to go during all that. I'd like to give it a few months for it all to come back, but I don't want to waste my time because I'm not positive I'm going to be able to renew. Everything depends on work. Jobs are important.
Very. Because I was thinking about it and I was like, all of like when they're there, because like when we went, we didn't really ride any rides when I was there with the two of y'all. We didn't ride anything. So I didn't ride anything. Y'all rode the mine train. But like the handlebars, like then like the thing that comes down, like that's being touched out by thousands of people, and like the bars that are like opening and closing to let you in and out, and like all that kind of junk. And that's just not, I don't know, like carousel. I was thinking about the carousel progress.
Yeah.
Like the little seats where your arms go, like the armrests and stuff. Like everybody's been touching that. I'm not. So
Well,
I don't
not
know.
only that, but you'd be in the 6 feet radius of the person behind you and on the
Forever.
like whatever
There's
ride
nowhere.
you're on.
Like
So,
there's nowhere in that park that you're not within at least 6 feet of somebody.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know. It's been weird to see like I was out today at like our mall. It's like an outdoor mall, and at any given point, there's like traffic. No matter what part of the day, there's hundreds of people walking around, and it's a ghost town.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like things are like I went to the store to get some stuff for dinner, and there was tape on the ground that said, "Do not pass this tape until the person in front of you walks in front of you." It's weird.
Yeah, I went
So
to Joann's yesterday, and it was like they could only have 32 customers in the store at one time.
What state of lockdown are you guys on? You know, like how quarantined are you?
I know there's
they're not in the
numbers,
same state.
Homeowner.
but I know
So like
Memphis.
Michigan just doubled down on their stay at home. So we got extended and then we got additional things added. Like we're not supposed to socialize with anybody outside of people inside our house. We're still allowed to go to the grocery store, but Lowe's is no longer allowed to sell paint or gardening stuff, only essential things. People with more than one house have to pick one or the other and stay there. No long drives, that kind of stuff.
We are allowed to go visit family, so we got to go see my mom because she lives alone and she's very lonely.
Right. I think if you're taking care of someone, you can go and check on them and things like that. But like no socializing with any friends or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Florida is, well, as far as I know, it's like essential stuff. So like you can go out, you need there. It's a suggestion. Like it's like here's like a thing we want you to do. You're not like gonna get like arrested if you don't do it, but like you're not supposed to leave your house. Like they want you to stay home. They want you to be responsible, social distance yourself from everybody else. Only be around people that you have been around so that you're not, you're safe. So like we can leave to go like on a walk, or we can go to the store. We can go out and do things that are essential to our everyday life. Like we can go out and do things that we need to do, but like you don't need to go out unless you have to. So like there's no, if you can go to Target or Walmart, but don't do it unless you really need it. Don't just go to Walmart because you want to get out of your house. Go to Walmart because you need milk or you need eggs or you need bread. So
yeah, we can go.
but like we're not like, yeah. So, we're not like on a lockdown.
In downtown Detroit, they removed the basketball hoops and the parks. They have patrols. If you're caught not doing social distancing, it's $1,000 fine.
Oh my gosh.
So they've removed our basketball hoops at some of our parks too. And they've talked about on the news, the Tennessee governor has talked about fines and things like that, but I don't think they've put it in place anywhere except for today. Memphis was in the news about having level 3, I think they said, which I don't know what that means, but apparently it's different than the rest of us.
Got it.
And I don't know. Dennis read the article and kind of said something to me. I didn't actually read it, but we're allowed to go for a drive. We're allowed to go hiking because, we have all of nature around us. And then the normal things, we can go to the grocery store. We're not supposed to visit family, but if you're taking care of family, you can. Like last weekend, we went out to work on the bus, and my friend Julia, who we rent the land from, she was sitting or standing about 4 or 5 feet, maybe 6 feet from her side of the fence. And I was sitting in my car about 4 feet on my side of the fence, and we were talking from that distance.
Hiding from the snake.
I was hiding from the snake. I was sitting in my chair watching for the boys to get there, and one of the boys called and said they were going to be late. So I took my seat and I was going to go and watch the mountain instead, just kind of enjoy the scenery. And I almost stepped on it. And that was it. I ran.
Watch a mountain.
Scenery, yeah. I like to look at the scenery.
The mountain's not going to do
That's
nothing,
so
Denita.
impressive.
It's going to stay there. It's going to be the same. It's not going to
I
change.
almost
It's not
stepped
going
on
to get
the
up and walk
snake.
away.
I ran and got on the bus and made Dennis go and pull the car up to the front of the bus so I could get in my car and drive back over to the fence so I could talk to Julia and let the dog run, because that was it. That was it. And it was a rat
You should put
snake.
some ears on.
One, but what?
Y'all want to put Mickey ears on?
I mean, Hannah's wearing hers.
Minnie Mouse ears?
I could find mine. They're over there. I have a whole drawer of them.
I have a
know
whole
really
bucket.
far away.
Hannah, come show off your ears.
I have a whole bucket. I'm going to put some on.
I only have the animals down here. There's nobody to go get them for me, and I cannot readjust this camera again. I am not used to being on my phone anymore.
Oh, those
Aw.
are so cute on you, Josh.
Cute.
My Winnie the Pooh ears.
There.
Okay, y'all got to put something on. I can't be the only one wearing them.
I
Okay.
can't.
Hold on.
Dang
You
it.
down, I'll go get mine.
Writing them backwards.
I'm very annoyed with you, Josh.
I have my birthday ears.
Teen, too much.
Serena made these for me.
They're really cute though. Who made them?
Serena from Serena's Sparkly Diary.
Aw.
It was my April Fool's box. See, Hannah's wearing some. She's wearing them backwards so we can see them.
Do these count?
That butt. I'm gonna put these on.
Y'all so cute. Oh, wait.
Now I have to rearrange this thing again.
I felt like my other ears don't really match anything that I'm wearing because, like, yeah. I do have my park hopper shirt on, though.
Oh, cute.
I'm wearing ears that Sarah made me, and she's wearing ears that I made her.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm wearing Figment.
Aw.
Those are the ears.
I'm wearing
okay, so
ears
those
that you gave me, Josh.
Those are the Donald Duck ears that I got for her.
Yeah.
That butt.
Denita, those are the ears that you wore, I think, the first video that I watched of your channel.
Oh,
I got
that's
these
really sweet.
in a swap, not a Disney swap, but a Disney ear swap from a Facebook group. Somebody made me these.
Cute.
Ooh.
I need to make some more ears.
My
With
dog
the
is
butt
being
swap.
weird. I
I
don't
do
want to
too.
make
I
ears.
think I'm
wanna
gonna make a pair of ears.
I really need to
My
make some.
breath hurts.
I
I'm
have
gonna
all
give
this
away the
fabric that
ones
Denita
from
gave me.
Fur. I gave you lots of fabric. And
You
you.
did, and I really want to I want to cut out the Merida from that, I think it's the tattoo series you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the princesses with tattoos on it and like
Yeah.
stuff like that. I want to cut out and make Merida in specific ears.
The rockabilly princesses.
That one, and then also the fabric that you gave me of the electrical parade.
Aw.
That one's
I'm
really pretty. I want
fairly
to make some of those
certain
too.
I gave you two about the same fabric. Y'all could make matching ears. Sorry, Sarah. It was one of them went in a swap, and the other one was the first time that Jess and I went to Disney together.
Mhm.
So if I ever get you in a swap, you know you'll get fabric.
Yeah.
Did you give me some in this box?
No, because you weren't crafting anymore.
You can always send to me in case I ever pick it up again.
Well, I didn't.
I made
Why didn't you
these.
just open the box? Oh, those
Those
are
are
pretty.
pretty.
I haven't put them in my Etsy shop yet, but I'm going to.
Oh, yeah. Sarah's professional. She has an Etsy shop.
So how many designs of ears do you have in your Etsy shop?
Right now I have 3. Because I haven't added any more. I need to. I'm trying to
Because she
take.
takes 3 hours to make a pair of ears.
I do not. I've gotten it streamlined. But I
But
try
just
to
means
take
they're
pictures
perfect.
of every pair that I make for swaps, and then I'm gonna put them on my Etsy shop because I can just remake them.
In case anybody ever wants to buy them.
Yeah.
I wanted to start an Etsy shop when I was like really making ears because I was selling like 5 or 6 pairs of ears a week. But
Wow.
the Etsy shop charges you for like every pair you sell. And I was like, I'm only selling these ears for $15 a piece. Plus I have to buy fabric. Plus I'm buying glue. Plus I'm buying headbands. So it's like, plus I don't want to take out money from that as well. So I was like, I'll just keep the Instagram. I'll just keep to like doing that kind of stuff. I have my own Instagram for my ears and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, I don't feel like doing Etsy. How much does Etsy charge you for each pair of ears you sell? How much? What's the percentage?
Well, there's 20 cents per listing, and then I don't remember what the percentage is. Not that much.
So they charge you 20 cents per listing?
Mhm. But that's for like 4 months.
Oh,
The
okay.
listing lasts for 4 months.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're putting it up there for 4 months and it's not selling for 4 months, then it's even, I don't know. I closed my Etsy shop it was too much hassle.
What were you selling?
All kinds of different craft stuff. Chelsea was selling the crochet stuff that she makes, and I had ears.
She
and
should.
lanterns.
They're amazing.
She's awesome.
She's like, yeah. You can sell that stuff for not just sell it for a good amount of money too.
Oh yeah, I mean, it took her quite a while. She had never done anything quite like the one she made you. It took her quite a while to do those, and then she made the
Y'all know
stuff
what
that
she's
I
talking about? Do y'all want to see them?
do.
Yeah, the dolls.
Y'all want to see them, or have you seen them?
Yes. Show us some.
Oh,
I remember
okay.
watching the video, but
Oh, you watch my videos? That's so
of
cute.
course I watch your video.
He watches the videos. What's he talking about? Jeez.
Listen here.
Here,
Listen here.
Yeah.
Listen here.
come here.
Okay. They're at the bottom of this bucket, so hold on one second.
Yeah,
don't wanna-
when she sees this and finds out they're in the bottom of the bucket, she's going to be heartbroken.
I don't want they're protected. I don't want them to be out because my niece and nephew come over all the time, and they come in the room that my YouTube stuff is in. And if they were to get a hold of them and like get them dirty or drop them or break them or rip them or something, I would be devastated. So I don't have them on display until I can get this area organized. To where I have a shelf behind me, because what I'm thinking about doing is when we get that check thing, I'm gonna buy a big like cubed shelf
like mine.
that I can put on this wall behind me and put stuff in, because I want to get rid of this bookshelf. I want to move this out because you can't really display the Funko Pops like I want to. So I want to get a cube, like a 9x9. Huh?
What'd you say?
What was that? Because they're in the box.
Because they're in the box.
You're in a box.
Yeah, take the Funkos out.
Free
Yeah.
the Funkos.
Yeah, that's
her
amazing.
head's all. Hold on. Her head's. Her head's all twisted.
Oh my gosh. Are you beheading Merida?
So there's something in there that holds her neck right, and if it fell down, it just has to be pushed back up. But
It's there.
yeah,
It's just, I think it was bent because this is the Merida.
So cute.
Who's gorgeous?
Like, hello, like look at the hair.
and the
And the
dress is
dress.
a whole separate piece.
It's freaking amazing. And then the three brothers.
I love them.
They're so cute.
They're so cute.
Like, hello.
So
Hubert,
much heart went into that
Hamish.
box.
Hubert, Hamish, and Harris. I'm a huge fan of Disney the Brave, but I can't remember their names. So like, it's the death of me.
Did you just look at the candle to get their names?
You
No.
totally did.
No. You have no proof.
So Josh, why is Merida your favorite?
Why is Merida my favorite?
Because she's amazing.
Okay, so. Huh?
I said because she's amazing.
Okay. So, the reason, so it's not a long story, but it's like a complex story. So, in 2016, I think it was 2016 or 17, I had, I think I saw it for like the first or second time. I think I saw it before, saw the movie The Brave, but I didn't really like connect to it. But then I started losing weight in 2016 or 17, whatever it was. And I was like the heaviest I ever had been, and I was like, I'm ready to change my life. I need to change my like everything. I'm tired of being heavy, or heavier than I am now. So I was like, she's destined to be married to some dude that she doesn't want to be married to. She wants to pick her life. She wants to change her fate of being forced to be married. So I connected them together with, I'm changing my fate of possible heart attack, possible diabetes, possible death of just being obese and being heavy. So I wanted to change my fate of where it was going. So I changed my fate by losing my weight, so that I could be healthier. I could start to do more. I could go to the parks more and not like get exhausted from going to the park. Just like walking down Main Street was like a chore whenever you're really heavy. So I wanted to change all that. So I'm also stubborn. I'm also really big. Listen, y'all, don't all shake your head at once. So I'm stubborn. I'm strong-minded. I fight for what I don't believe in. I don't like things like being forced upon me. I don't like to do things that I don't have a choice in doing. So just the movie and myself, and it just, I don't know, I just connected with it. I don't like the fruity little like girly princesses. I don't like them. I like the princesses that are like strong-minded. I mean, all of them are strong-minded. All of them have a clear thought of what they are in life, but like Jasmine and Cinderella, Snow White, all those princesses to me are just too like bleh, like ugh. Like to me, Merida doesn't seem like a princess, if that makes sense.
She's more of a warrior. Yeah.
Right. So like Pocahontas and Rapunzel and Merida are all kind of princesses that I really like they go towards because of how they act. But she's always my favorite. I have tattoos of her on my arms. So
You do?
yeah, I have 2 tattoos of Brave.
Okay, let's see them.
Fine. Okay, so I don't know if you're gonna let me change this down. Let me see if I can get this to go down. So can y'all see that?
That's cute.
So like that is Merida and her mom as a bear, and it's the tapestry that they have throughout the movie. And then I also have Change Your Fate on my other arm. That was my first tattoo. That was a reward that I got for, I was allowed to get it because I lost 100 pounds. So my dad was like, you can get the tattoo. So, and then I think I got a bonus from work like a year ago and then got the other tattoo. So, because I also have my parents' initials in Disney font. Wow. And then it has a little Mickey head in the middle.
That's sweet.
So, yeah. The this one right here, that one right there gets a lot of people looking at it. Because the way it's positioned on my arm, all they see is the bear. They don't see see Merida. So people are like, "Oh my God, are you Native American? Do you like the bear? Like, what's it symbolize?" I'm like, a Disney princess. It's a Disney quote and a Disney princess. So,
that's funny.
So, but yeah, that's
all right. Sarah, what's your favorite princess?
It's tied between Ariel and Rapunzel.
I thought it was Jasmine.
Okay, why?
Well, The Little Mermaid was the first Disney movie I remember seeing. I was 5-ish, and it was at my friend's slumber party, birthday party. And then Rapunzel, because she reminds me of me. She's quirky and funny and crafty.
She's definitely crafty.
I love her long hair. What'd you say, Josh?
I said she's definitely crafty. Rapunzel is.
Yep.
Just listen to her song. Jess, who's your favorite?
Belle. I like how she can look beyond the surface, and she always wants to go someplace. She loves books.
I love books. Denita, we know your favorite character, but who's your favorite princess?
It's between Rapunzel and Snow White. Snow White because it's the first theater movie my grandfather took me to that I remember, and he told me stories about when he actually saw it in the theater when it originally came out, and
that's cool.
So it's just a really cool memory. And Rapunzel, I definitely relate to Rapunzel. Being kind of locked up and finding yourself being bored very easily kind of my ADHD personality.
We're all Rapunzel right now. They're in a social
Yeah.
distancing.
We are.
Like,
Yeah. But they're my princesses. But I'm really more a dragon girl.
very much so. Very much so.
Dennis says we're more Maleficent because we're keeping ourselves separate.
Rapunzel was locked away.
Okay.
Rapunzel was
We've
locked
not been
away.
kidnapped.
We haven't been kidnapped.
But
He's not
remember,
allowed to.
Rapunzel's from the kingdom of Corona.
Yeah.
Right.
He came
Mother
down
Gothel knew what was up. Mother Gothel knew what was going on. She knew what to do for. She's like, this princess needs to run her kingdom in the future. We got to keep her from getting corona.
That's an awful lot of faith in Mother Gothel.
Yeah.
Listen, Mother knows best. Hello.
I
Oh,
think Mother Gothel is the evil queen, and it brings my two princesses together.
Wrong.
Mm-mm.
Incorrect. Hard pass.
Actually, there's a lot of canon about that is actually who she is.
Well, they said that freaking in the Ariel in Little Mermaid that the ship that wrecked in the bottom of the ocean is Elsa and Anna's mom and dad. Okay, so
No,
I
that
heard that
Oh.
one.
Tarzan.
no. Tarzan.
No, I heard Ariel's mom was killed by Hook.
Oh yeah,
So.
I've heard that too. That's
the only
why.
one I've heard is that the ship that had wrecked in Little Mermaid was from Frozen. That was Anna and Elsa's parents. That their ship went down at sea. That was their ship.
That's
But-
Tarzan.
It was debunked in Frozen 2 when Elsa and Anna found it.
Yeah,
So-
there's something
Spoiler
wrong with
alert!
that though. There's something wrong with that because at some point it was confirmed that Anna and Elsa's parents were Tarzan's
Anna,
parent. Well, whatever. It still was confirmed. So why was that ship there? That's one of the things that doesn't make sense about that movie. They confirmed something. It's kind of like what J.K. Rowling loves to do, where she loves to confirm things that don't actually match the book. Well, Disney did the same thing with that.
wait. So what are you saying?
Anna and Elsa.
She's saying Disney was
parents
messing
are-
with us. That's what she's
Yeah.
saying.
Well, Disney didn't make up that story. It was fans who made
They confirmed it
Confirmed
in an
it.
interview. Was confirmed that Tarzan's parents and Anna and Elsa's parents are the same.
Josh is sitting there going, "You gotta find me this interview."
First of all, wait, hold up, back up, rewind. Okay, there's a picture of Tarzan's parents in Tarzan with Tarzan. They don't look anything like Anna and Elsa's parents.
Oh, they actually do
do.
like Anna and Elsa's parents, but the fact that there's a picture with them is another way that it's all screwed up.
No, I don't know. I don't agree. Nope. Hard pass. Hard pass. Nope. You get negative points. Nope. Rewind. Nope. Not a fan.
I didn't write it. I didn't
Yes, you
say
did.
it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Not a fan of
Sarah
conspiracies.
saw
Nope.
it too.
Who?
Sarah saw it too.
I don't believe anything that comes out of Sarah's mouth. Ever.
Whatever.
Wow.
What'd you say?
Who?
What did Denita just call me?
She said,
I didn't
wow.
call you anything. I said wow.
Oh, thought I heard something else. Okay, never mind.
Josh
So-
has issues.
That's true. Everybody, you're all gonna know this. You should already know this. Okay, so, do y'all have anything planned for Disney, like in the future? Like, do y'all know if y'all are going? I know I've spoken to Sarah. She doesn't have anything planned yet. I know she wants to go back, but
Yes.
I don't know. I know you were just
So-
saying she was going in November.
Yeah, I'm going in November. We're talking about, depending on when Disney opens back up in the state of the country, we might drive the kids down and go for a couple days because our cabin up in Maine, we're not sure that's going to work out this year. So And I'll probably
When's the last
go
time you-
for the Halloween party and for the Christmas party.
I love the Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Like, I wish it would have been colder
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
was. I told Sarah about 1,012% humidity.
Can you get me my charger?
But we went with Sarah, and then me and my dad went back, I think, like 2 weeks later and went again for just the two of us, and it was cold.
Nice.
And legit, Sarah, I still have cookies.
I do too.
I still have cookies from this stupid party.
Right?
They're in the backpack. They haven't even got out of the backpack. I forgot they were in there and didn't eat them.
They might be. Oh wait, this year they sealed them individually, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Now I
don't know
will tell
how long they'll
you
keep for.
the graham crackers, like the graham Teddy Graham frozen
Mhm.
cookies, those were the bomb. And then they also had the molasses ones. Those were amazing.
I have.
And
I
then-
love the molasses ones every year with the eggnog.
What I thought was that I was just going to get like a bag of cookie, like a little cookie from every single thing. But then when I'm walking around the second time, right, Sarah? So we went the second time. They gave us giant Debbie cakes,
Oh,
like the big Christmas tree that has like the mint candy on top.
right.
They gave us those. They gave us what was it called? I think I got oatmeal cream pies in one of them. Like, I was like shocked because these, like, I got the exact same Christmas tree, but it was like this big from like a store. The one
Right.
from the Christmas party was like this.
Wow.
So it was pretty. I'm pretty excited on going back next year of this year. I want to go back and do it again because I didn't get to watch the fireworks show from the front of the castle. Like when we went with Sarah, we didn't watch it at all. We saw some of the fireworks, but we didn't watch it. And then the second time we went, we sat on the bridge that connects the end of Main Street area to Fantasyland,
Oh yeah.
where Merida is, right there.
Yep.
So we sat there and watched the fireworks right above us, and we drank apple cider, hot cocoa, and had cookies. And we sat on like a little bench, so we didn't have to stand the whole time. It was amazing. Loved it. Because you want to drink hot cocoa whenever it's cold outside.
Yeah.
I didn't drink any cocoa whenever me and Sarah went. I was like, it's 1,000 degrees outside. I'm not drinking hot cocoa.
Right.
There should be nothing served hot right now. So, are you okay, Denita? Are you back with us?
I am. My phone was dying and I couldn't find my charging cable. And
I feel like mine is
found it.
dying. Oh, no, I'm good. I got 48%.
Where'd you go?
Mine was
Um,
really, really dying.
Sarah, can you do me a favor real quick? Can you check how long we've been talking? Because
yeah.
this thing has an hour limit.
No, it doesn't. It came up with a thing that said it wasn't a limit anymore.
Unlimited now.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Because I didn't want us to be like in the middle of talking and having a conversation and all of a sudden it just shuts off.
I'm just done with you.
Yeah, goodbye.
Hannah's behind me on another Zoom call.
I can't
had a
believe
Zoom
Josh
call.
said that. Disconnect.
What?
Nothing.
You are
Love
so
you,
funny.
Josh. Love you.
Whatever.
So I've got to go for the Halloween party. I've got to go for the Christmas party. I owe Jess a trip. So we've got to figure out what dates we're going for that trip and get that booked.
Hopefully
which-
the Penn event dates, as long as that's still going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really
That's-
want to be a pass holder next year.
Me too.
It's a
Sell
good thing
enough-
to be a pass holder.
It is
Sell enough
so
of your stuff and you can buy your own.
That's how that's how I got to go on the last trip. I'm not gonna say I paid for it because that's not how it got paid for, but how I got enough money to get down there and stuff was I sold fabric. I sold like $600 worth of fabric.
That's a lot of fabric.
Really wasn't. It's just that fabric that I gave you guys. That's expensive fabric.
It's
Well,
still
now
sitting
I'm not
in my
gonna
drawer
cut
over there. I'm gonna use it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not cutting mine now. I'm
Use
gonna
it.
sell it.
Whatever.
I'm gonna sell all of it. Except the Merida ones. The Merida one can stay. I'll make yours out of
Can't
that.
give
But the rest of
anything
it,
to him.
yes, you can. Give me all the stuff.
No.
Give me it all. Okay.
Give you nothing else ever.
So I thought, okay, so I thought we'd go around real quick, and I don't know. I know Jess's biggest collection. I know Denita's biggest collection. I don't know Sarah's. I'm pretty sure Sarah's is either A, Funko Pops, or B, what are those things called? Jim Shore.
Oh.
I feel like, Sarah, your most expensive collection is Jim Shore. I feel like you have more Funko Pops than Jim Shore's, obviously. There's no way you have 40-something Jim Shores, do you?
No.
Okay. But you got
Are we not counting pins though?
Oh, your biggest then your biggest collection is pins too? Okay. Yeah, this girl's crazy.
I have
Like, Jess is crazy. Sarah's crazy.
I have 4 Jim Shores. I have 5, but one of them's a duplicate that came in my Bibbidi Bobbidi box.
Did you buy that one, or did you get it both the same Biffy Boppity?
I bought one, and the other one came in a box.
You got one for me too.
Yes. Oh wait, I have more than 4. I just don't. I only have 4 on my shelf right now.
You haven't displayed the Orange Bird zipper that I gave you. You haven't
I need
displayed
to change
the
that
Jim
myself.
Shore that I gave you. So
Josh is taking notes on every one of your videos. He's like,
I don't even watch you, Sarah. I look at your background the whole time.
you need to put things in your background now just for Josh.
I know.
Yes. Like a sign.
Like little
that says,
signs or something. Not yet, Josh. Coming soon.
Get from Josh.
Like, where's the Figment purse?
Wait, what?
It's upstairs. In
What
my-
Figment purse?
He sent
I
me a
gave
Figment purse.
I gave her a Figment purse for a swap.
Is it the
Aw.
Figment face? Because I have the Figment face.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure she didn't have something I didn't have.
Wow, someone sounds jealous.
Well, if it were that Figment bag, the 35th anniversary Figment bag,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
have,
no
like,
one really cares about Figment, to be honest with you.
whatever.
I'm surprised he made 35 years.
I love Figment.
Were you not just at Disney, just at Epcot and saw all that Figment stuff?
They throw it down your throat.
I love it.
They have to have a mascot for something. I'm surprised he got his stupid ride is dumb.
Nuh-uh.
Oh.
Favorites.
Orange Bird is cute. I like Orange Bird.
Orange bird.
Do y'all see her Orange Bird ears that I made her? They're adorable.
Oranges.
They're
Uh-huh.
really cute.
Denita, don't cry.
Well,
Hey, I
one
look.
person.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Move these little suckers. I have the Chef Figment.
I do too, and it's on my shelf.
Who'd it come from?
You.
And then I have Figment somewhere. I have the original Figment here somewhere.
I need
Really?
I
that.
don't know. Yeah, really. I bought him when he came out.
I need that one.
I need that one.
We have 3 in this house.
Wow.
My brother bought 2 of them whenever we bought them because they skyrocketed. Like, the original Figment was, I think, less of them were sold than the Chef Figment. So they're worth, I think, like $40 or $50 right now on eBay.
Well, there's
So,
2 people on this chat that would like one.
Then go on eBay and buy them. And then one of my favorite Funko Pops that I own is this one.
Oh, I
Oh,
want
I
that
thought
one.
about that one. That's one of the few
This-
Funkos that tempted me.
I bought this one.
I hate the Skyliner.
I like the
I love it.
Skyliner.
Hate it.
It's the best form of transportation.
It is.
It's so much fun.
My car is the best form of
It's
transportation.
fun
I don't
and
know.
it's fast.
My car
Yeah.
is fast.
Skyliner's faster.
I can get from Hollywood Studios to Epcot, I feel like faster on the Skyliner than I can in the car. Just saying.
I can put
Like
the top
5
down in my
minutes or
car
less.
and have the wind going through my hair and
You can open the vents in the Skyliner.
die.
No,
No,
it's
and-
very safe.
The wind comes through the vents and blows your hair everywhere.
Bet those people stuck on there that night don't feel the same. I'm not being
I
in a
bet you they
bubble.
do when they get a free Disney pass.
Ugh.
We rode it a whole bunch when we were there in December.
Yeah.
Much fun.
I've rode it
Yeah.
a bunch. I've seen the fireworks from it. It's really pretty.
Hmm
I've seen the fireworks at Magic Kingdom from Thunder Mountain,
Yeah, that's good too.
like going up the lift and seeing them in the
Uh-huh.
like in the distance.
That's cool.
If you
So much fun.
the Astro Orbiter is really fun to watch them from too. And it's a really amazing view from the top of Splash Mountain. And if you can time it right and you're taking a boat from Magic Kingdom to one of the hotels, they'll kind of stop and let you watch the fireworks on the water.
Aw.
The
I
People
can't
Mover is a
watch
really good ride
fireworks
too.
with Matthew.
You know,
You both
I've
are
never
lucky.
ridden Astro Orbiter
Really?
Don't do it. Don't do
ever.
it.
I don't think I will.
Oh, I
Don't
love
do it.
Astro Orbiter.
No. No. No.
I don't think I would like it.
It's fun. It is fun while you're at the top. When you're going around and you're at like a gentle 5 miles an hour and you're just spinning, you're doing fantastic things, you're looking at all the park, you're like, this is fantastic. I'm loving this. I'm loving life. Then you start to come down and you get the G-force of twisting. Girl, you're like,
See, I don't think that would bother me. I think the part that you think is fine is the part that I would not like.
Are you
I don't
scared
want
of
to be
heights?
the part up there. I remember when they used to have the whatever they were called, but they were like the Skyliner only inside of Magic Kingdom.
The gondolas.
Fantasyland to Tomorrowland.
Oh, okay.
Those, I mean, even when I was little and not afraid of things, man, those things terrified me. I remember riding them and being like sitting on the floor of them saying, get me off.
Rapunzel, I need that one.
I think I have that one.
it's so pretty. This is like an old set.
I want
Is
one.
that
I think I have exactly one Funko Pop.
I have 26 right now.
I only
I'm not
have
going
a
to talk about how many I have because
handful.
I have a million.
we don't have time for that.
I have maybe 5 or 6, and most of them were gifts.
Oh, I like that one too.
The fairy
That one's
godmother.
really cute. So
I
why
think
don't you
as
ever
of
take
right
them out
now-
of their boxes?
Because he's weird.
Because they, for one, lose their value.
Okay,
Okay.
but
Second of all, if I ever decide I want to get rid of them and I don't have the boxes for them, I'm never going to be able to sell them, and I've wasted all of this money. And two, they display and they don't get dust all over them, and you can display more of them in their box.
But you can't see them.
display more of them in the box? How does
Okay,
that work?
first, I can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
those
10,
are
Yes,
displays.
and all
30.
you see is the box.
Listen, Linda, I've decided that you can see I need to fix it because it looks terrible. But you can see there's this one right here is the picture.
Right.
I've started displaying them this way so you can see the name. So
Yeah,
But you can't see their faces.
I buy the things I buy because I
Can't see
love
the
them,
details.
not for their resale value. So that's why I don't understand, because I have no
That
interest
one's
in
really
the
cute. I
resale
like
value.
Sven.
because it's a collection of something that I like to collect, but then I don't want to let them get ruined. So if I take them out of the box and have them out, if they drop and snap, then if they're in a box and it falls off the shelf, the box is going to get dented, but the Funko Pop's going to be fine because they're in plastic. But like if you have a Funko Pop on your shelf and it drops to the ground, I've already had this happen. Mickey Mouse, his ear fell off.
So
no.
my
So sad.
my son Phoenix, a few years ago, it's 3 or 4 years ago, he had this thing about Minions. He hated Minions with a passion. So for
Aw.
Christmas, we bought him Minion Funko Pops, and then we set them on fire.
That's horrible.
It made him super happy. But guess what? Those things don't burn. They don't
Nope.
burn. They don't break. The
Mickey's
everything.
ear, Mickey's ear popped off. It flew. This thing hit the ground and it flew. I had to go search for Mickey's ear.
I really want to pick up a Funko Pop right now and throw it and just see what happens.
I have
Do it.
King Bob up here.
They're all way over there. And like I said, I only have a handful.
So how do you display your bags? Do you put them in boxes or would you rather them just get dusty and dirty?
So my bags are for use, not for display. However, I do
You
sometimes
cannot
hang
use
them-
85 bags at once, Denita.
Nope, but I use them. Dennis said watcher. So when I went to Disney I think it was when I went with Dennis and the boys because we drove, I carried a different bag for every outfit and I packed that outfit inside that bag. When I went with Jess, I couldn't take that many because I didn't have room, but I took 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. You had at least 2.
Yeah.
And you
But
would
that makes
switch back and
sense.
forth.
That makes sense to do that for whenever you go to the park and you want to match your outfit. But like, what is happening to them when they're sitting at home and you're not using them?
They're just like the rest of my clothes. They're put away until I take them out to use them. Every once in a while, I'll display them, but they're not display items. They're purses.
Your junk is expensive as jewelry. Don't try that. That is a display item.
Yeah, but jewelry doesn't get displayed either. Jewelry gets put in a box until you wear it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
I don't understand.
You should make a wall of Loungefly backpacks and record in front of that.
So I do sometimes, but they kind of make me crazy. It's too busy.
That's not what makes you crazy.
Well, they make me crazier.
There you go.
So right now, the only bag Loungefly that I have that's out is my Elliot one because it's the one I carry all the time.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So,
You're welcome. You're
Thank you,
welcome.
guys.
You're welcome.
so have you guys seen the new Loungefly that is the Disney Butts?
No.
So I saw it right after we got in quarantine, and all I could think was Disney's dead because you have like these little like Donald and Mickey butts with their feet in the air.
That's not on my list.
Hard pass. Hard pass.
That's funny.
I have a list of ones I still want, and I have some that I want to get rid of because I don't love them. But I don't want butts.
I like the one that's got like all the park stuff on it.
Yeah, I've been wanting that for a while. I don't like the original one that had it with the churros because the churros look like cigarettes. But I like the newer one.
Speaking
I
of
really love
cigarettes,
my my Peter Pan ones.
you have more than one.
Well, I have a Peter Pan one that Denita got me, and then I have a Tinkerbell one.
I love Tinkerbell.
Denita, you got her a Loungefly backpack?
Uh-huh. You don't carry Loungefly?
You got me a candle and you got her a Loungefly backpack?
Wait a second. I got you a candle and what?
Fabric?
Amazing
And-
dolls.
You didn't get me those. Your daughter made them. Don't try me.
Don't think I didn't pay for that. I
You
paid
with
for that.
love.
No, I paid for that. I bought them from her. I commissioned her to make them.
You forced her to make them.
No, she's a crafter, and I commissioned her
Oh,
to make
gosh.
them. I'm gonna make her.
I love my candle. My candle hasn't even been lit. Look,
I haven't burned my Wishes Candle Co. candle yet, and I know there's a pin in it.
See, at least
Or
Jess
are they-
used the backpack I gave her.
Well, it can be used.
So can a candle.
I don't want my house to smell like this right now, okay?
I think he's saying he doesn't like the smell of it.
Oh no, it
Sorry.
smells delicious. It smells so good, but my mom is sensitive to smells. So like if I were to burn this, she'd be like, I got a
That's
headache.
fine.
So I walk in my room, I go, thanks, and put it away. So,
Nothing.
what is everybody's favorite ride from each park at Disney World?
So
Because
hard.
I know Jess has been to other parks across the world.
Only in the U.S. I've only been to Land and World. So
Oh, I thought you had been to like Japan or something.
No, I've been to
No.
Disneyland Paris.
Oh, okay.
You got us confused. I have not been to Disneyland
Confused.
California. I've been to Disneyland Paris. She's been to Disneyland California.
So, what is everybody's favorite park or favorite ride from each park? We'll start with Sarah, and we'll start with Magic Kingdom.
Oh, that one's hard. I have to say Carousel Progress for the nostalgia.
I've been starting to warm up to Carousel Progress.
I love it.
I used to hate Carousel Progress with a passion. I thought it was so boring. I thought people only rode on it to take naps.
That's what Maddie
And-
does.
And I thought that was what it was designed for. It was like, you want to go to this, you need a nap, let's go watch Carousel Progress. And then
I sing along the whole time.
I did too. But my brother started making me go on it because I'm like, what do you want to ride? He said Carousel Progress. And I was like, no, I'd rather just walk around. And then I started riding it, and then I like to go on it because I like to look at all the hidden Mickeys that are in like every scene.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, it's starting to like really like I love Carousel Progress now. I don't want to admit it. I don't like to admit it, but
You just did.
it's cute. It's cute. So, Jess, what's your favorite ride in Magic Kingdom?
So for sentimental reasons, teacups. When I when I took my family for the first time, it was the only ride I could get my kids to go on, literally.
Aw.
So we rode it over and over again.
Not even like, you couldn't even go on like the race cars, the speedway?
So my kids are not theme park people. That's why I don't usually take them with me. They would prefer to be at the hotel. So when we first took them, and the oldest was 9, literally we would walk into the park and he would collapse crying, saying, I just want to go back to the hotel. I just want to go back to the pool.
Is it
Like,
people?
so it's partially people. It's partially that he just doesn't like rides.
Oh.
So, but they all have varying degrees of my anxiety, and they haven't figured out how to deal with it yet.
Oh, okay. Denita, your favorite ride from Magic Kingdom?
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I mean, I have nostalgic ones, but I really love that ride.
Okay. Mine is Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain's good.
It used to be Space Mountain, but you get the most bang for your buck with Splash Mountain because it's a 10-minute ride. I'm like, if you're gonna wait in any long line of any park and you ride Splash Mountain, you wait like an hour for Splash Mountain, you're on it for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you get a show, you get the drops, you get the water ride. To me, it's like the best ride of any park, to be honest with you. It's my favorite ride in any park. But let's do Animal Kingdom. Sarah, have you ridden everything at Animal Kingdom?
Not everything. Oh,
Oh.
Expedition Everest, duh. Think about it for a second.
We know Denita doesn't like Expedition Everest. So,
I like Everest, but it's not my favorite.
Jess, what's your favorite ride at Animal Kingdom?
Flight of Passage, hands
I
down.
can't ride
Best
that
ride.
one. I don't fit.
Oh.
That's everybody's answer to Animal Kingdom. Can you not go with like the flow with everybody else and pick something else?
No, because it's the best ride there.
Then it would be Everest. Everest is my number 2, but Flight of
Okay.
Passage is number 1.
Denita, your favorite ride at Animal Kingdom?
Flight of Passage. It's everybody's
welcome.
favorite ride for a reason.
Okay, what's your
It's
second
not
favorite?
my favorite ride.
Have you rode it?
Yes, like 12 times.
It's most people's favorite ride for a reason.
Okay.
Why don't you
So
like
If I
it?
could ride it, it would be mine.
Mhm.
What did you say, Jess?
Why don't you like it? What don't you like about it?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just I don't think, to me, it's a good ride. It's amazing if you're like you're immersive, you're all into it. But like to me, I just feel like I personally like the Safari better.
Oh, okay.
That one's really good too.
I liked the safari when they had a story with it. Now that it's just go around and see animals, I like it less.
I like
But
it.
like I've been on the Safari during the day and I've been the Safari at night.
Mhm.
So the Safari at night is a
Nice.
whole nother experience. It's insane. I've been able to experience like the shaking bridge one time.
Mhm.
So like I got to experience that one time, which was amazing.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I like more immersive rides. It's like I don't like the Flight of Passage is like you're in there. Like you feel like you're on the back of a Banshee. But like I feel like it's like get in the cart and go. Like you're not really like you're not talking to somebody and you're not being and doing something. You're not there's no one around you. It's like you're just got your glasses and you're going. So like for me, the safari is like 15 or 20 minutes and I feel like I'm getting the most out of the ride. I get to see animals that I would never see ever in my whole entire life, like up and close and personal. And I don't know, it gives you like an experience of something that you would never get to do unless you're like rich.
The theme here is Josh likes longer rides.
Yeah.
Very
Like,
much so.
I'm going to close the door to this room because somebody's watching TV in the other room. Hold on.
Yeah, I just like I never stand in lines. I don't stand in the standard lines. I always do fast passes. So, and I don't usually ride anything unless I have a fast pass. But like, the longest I've ever waited in the line was 60 minutes, and it was for Expedition Everest, and it was a waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a waste of an hour. It was a waste of my hour.
I
Not
would-
But
because
that's
of the ride.
fine. There's
Not because the
nothing
ride
that's
is-
a waste of time if you're going to wait. I mean, I don't wait in lines either. I waited in line one time and highly regretted it because it just, my body doesn't let me do that. But anything, that's the answer to anything that you wait in line for, no matter how good the ride is. If you're in line for an hour, it takes away from the enjoyment of the ride.
And yeah, I mean, that's an hour you could be doing other things too. So,
Yeah, but the safari is good and all, and my family really likes it. But honestly, I don't really like it. It's okay. It kind of makes me nervous. It messes with my anxiety a lot, and I'm not a huge fan. I don't like zoos. I don't like. I don't like that kind of thing.
so you don't like animals.
I do. I do.
She thinks they're
Obviously-
plotting against her.
I don't know where that came from, but okay. I just-
Okay, moving along.
I like
So-
animals to be in the wild where they're supposed to be, and I cannot have to go out there around them, and I can see them on TV and books and.
And not under your foot like a snake. So, Sarah, what is your favorite ride from Hollywood Studios?
Rise of the Resistance. It's my favorite ride of all the parks. It's absolutely freaking amazing.
Have y'all both ridden that yet?
Have you
No,
not?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go because I haven't ridden it yet.
Oh my gosh, it's so amazing.
I think I've rode it 4 times now. 4 or 5.
We rode
I
it
haven't
like
ridden
a week
anything.
after it opened.
Yeah.
So every time we go down there, when we were down there, we were down there a lot when it first opened, and my brother was like, "Let's go ride it." And I was like, "You know, we gonna have to get up like 5 a.m. Right? We gonna have to get up super early to get there, and then we may not even get it because you have to run the chance you may not get it." So every single time we were going to go on it, we were in the parks and we were like, let's get up at 5. Let's get to Hollywood Studios at 6. Let's wait in line. Let's do this thing. Let's go ride it. And then the night before we were going to go on it, we always stay at the parks like midnight or like 1.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not going to sleep for 4 hours, probably less than that. And then you go to the park all day long and then still have to drive 2.5 hours home.
It's totally
Because
worth it. You can do it.
It is.
No, Rise of the Resistance is not worth your death. I'm
It
sorry.
really is.
So it's an amazing ride, and I'm really glad I rode it. But even on the last trip, Jess got up and went to get her pass, and I stayed in the room and slept. Because although it's amazing, that was too hard on me to get.
I'll just wait till it calms down a little bit because it's starting to calm down more to where you can get there like 8 or 9 and still get a pass. So I'm like, I'm going to just wait a little bit longer. We'll go on it when the time comes, and we'll see it then. But I'm guessing all 3 of your answers is a Rise of Resistance?
Actually, I like I said, I really liked it, but I really like Slinky Dog Dash.
I haven't ridden that yet.
I've ridden Slinky Dog Dash like 5 or 6 times.
Shut up.
Must sound like Jess now.
Sorry.
I rode Slinky Dog the day after it opened.
Oh, nice.
Because I got a fast pass for Aliens Swirling Saucers the day after it opened. And I was like, it was like at like 7 a.m. Like the moment the park opened, I had a fast pass for Swirling Saucers. So I was like, okay, so I'm going to go to Disney. I went by myself. I drove down that same morning. I got up at like 5 a.m., drove down, rode Alien Swirling Saucers, and then waited in line for like 45 minutes for Slinky Dog. But this was before they put all of the canopies up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't have any of those canopies up for the people that were waiting outside, like under the building in the queue.
So you just fried.
So it was brutal. It was brutal. So in my opinion, Slinky Dog is not worth even a fast pass.
I like Slinky Dog.
It's a cute ride, but it's like a bigger version of like Barnstormer to me. It's not like an adult ride. But
yes,
for me
but
also,
I
like,
don't like roller coasters. I don't
I was about to
like
say that, like for you, like who doesn't like to have like the giant thrilling roller coasters, this is something that you can ride that you can still enjoy it while not like having like an anxiety attack from freaking out.
It
But
gives
for
me
me,
just enough of a thrill because it affects my anxiety just enough. The same with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's why I like them so much. I love Rise of the Resistance, but I've only ridden it one time, and that one time I was a little bit confused through it. I was a little bit, wait, what's going to happen next? And that messes with my anxiety. So I would want to ride it again now, kind of knowing what to expect, and I think I would like it more. But Slinky Dog Dash, it's straightforward. This is a straightforward, I'm going to get on it, I'm going to have a good thrill. I wish it lasted longer. I wish it went through the thing, twice, but
I agree. I think it's too short. If I honestly had to pick, my favorite ride at Disney or at Hollywood Studios is probably Alien Swirling Saucers.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the moment I step on that ride, I have a smile from ear to ear. I can't stop smiling. Like, it's the stupidest ride.
It's really
but
fun.
It's so much fun because you know what's going to happen. But you just, like, exaggerate the whole thing. You're just like, whoa! Like,
it's like animated teacups.
right. And, like, you just, like, you're like, oh, no, I'm going to hit the person in front of me. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I'm safe. Yay. Like, I don't know. It's, like, one of my favorite rides. I rode it, and every time I go on it, everybody that I ride with, they're like, this is so stupid. Why are you riding this? I'm like, get off.
So much fun.
Give me the whole bench to
Welcome.
myself. I'm loving this. Go. So we're going to skip Denita on this one because we already know her answer. What is your favorite ride at Epcot?
Soarin'.
Soarin's overrated.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I have a favorite one at Epcot.
There's not many.
There isn't. I really like Frozen. So I guess I'll go with that.
Frozen, my favorite.
Why did I get skipped?
Because we know your answer, ma'am,
Is what?
is Journey to Imagination with Figment.
Oh, actually, it's not.
What? Figment is so hurt right now.
I mean, I like it. It's fun. I like the character Figment, but no. And Jess probably knows my favorite because I made the cast members
Yep.
let us stay on it several times. We stayed on it through several times.
What is it?
Wait. Spaceship Earth?
Oh, she can't. She has a hard time with Spaceship Earth,
Oh no!
especially the
It's,
downward one
It's,
portion.
what's it called? Live with the Land.
I love that one.
Nope.
What is it?
Soren.
Do you want me to tell him?
Is it the festival?
It's Soren. I love Soren. And Jess and I stayed on it. We switched seats, but we stayed on it 2 or 3 times, just straight.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did you get to stay on it?
Because I'm
It was the
magic.
end of the night.
Ah.
Like my answer's
Spoiler
better.
alerts. Spoiler alerts.
But I did the
Really
same
bad
thing
magical
with
moment.
Flight of Passage. We got to go through the back
Yeah.
of everything. The cast members took us through the back instead of taking us outside because we had back-to-back passes and we had to get off, but then we got right back to the front of the line.
Because we had our
Speaking of that,
normal fast pass and then the disability pass.
What is
Yeah.
the most times you've been on a ride in a row?
Oh, so this was a long time ago, but way back when they first started doing all these parties, like the Christmas party, and they had the Pirate and Princess party and all of those, we would go to those all the time. And we once got on, I think it was Splash Mountain, back before my anxiety was so bad, and we rode it 10 times without getting off. We were trying to catch
Okay,
the
awesome.
fireworks.
so
It was at night. We were trying to catch the fireworks from it, so we just stayed on it.
your number is 10, Jess.
You sure you want me to go next?
Yes.
I think it's 15 on Mine Train.
Gosh.
Was this during a party?
It was the early morning magic thing that they do, our morning in Fantasyland. And I did nothing else. I just went on the ride over and over. I did every car and every seat.
Nice.
Okay, so y'all's are cool. Mine's legit though because mine was during regular hours. I went on Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin 12 times in a row.
Nice.
We had friends that worked there, and she worked in Space Ranger Spin, and she was a ride operator. So at the time where we were going, she was working the exit to where you get off on that conveyor belt.
Oh, yeah.
And she would, we would get off, and then she would go ahead to stand.
Well, that
The
doesn't
thing would
really
open up.
count
She's like,
"Either." That's cheating.
yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because
It's
a
the
lot
same
of
kind
times
of
too.
cheating. It's the same kind of cheating. It's not, because it's the same kind of cheating. Like, we did it that much because we were at an after hours party. You did it that much because you had somebody helping you do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I didn't pay
instant
for it.
connections.
I didn't pay for it.
Well, neither did I. I used to get free tickets.
Yeah, but that was in 1932. So
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, there was like 4 people in the park when you did that. I mean, didn't you say you were going?
When the parties were that way.
Yeah.
I've never
The
been.
last couple of years, the parties haven't been as easy to ride on rides.
Well, yeah, because they keep increasing the max of people they're allowing in.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
used
don't
to
do
be-
that.
People didn't want to pay extra to go to them because they could go during the day, and they had such a low number of people that were going in. So if you went to one during the week, you could sit right up front for the parade. And most of the people who used to go to them would go to all the special things. They'd go to get the food and stuff, which we never did. We wanted to ride the rides, so we would get on rides. I mean, some of the rides, like Peter Pan and stuff like that, we probably stayed on there for an hour. and I don't know how many times through that was, you didn't have to get off and get back on with these rides. With Splash Mountain,
Peter Pan's
you could
Flight
get off
or
and get
Peter
back on
Pan,
if
like
you just rode it. What?
Peter Pan's Flight?
Mhm.
Well, it's like a 2-minute ride, so you probably could have gone on like 45 times, and like it's insane. Like I can't believe people wait as long as they do for that ride.
No.
Sarah, do you have anything like how many times you've been on there? A ride one time?
I think probably my most is like 2. But in 2008, my sister, my dad, and our friend rode Cali River Rapids like 4 times in a row. And that was
Nice.
I've never ridden that before.
I love that ride so much.
I don't like it.
I haven't been able to ride it yet.
I
like
love
it.
that ride. I love all the rides.
I don't like it because the seatbelts are too short, and like the last time I rode it, they're like, oh, just stand up and buckle the seatbelt and then sit down. And so like my legs were like strapped in really, it was awful.
Really?
But when they rode it 4 times, my dad got really sick the next day because like the bar that you like hold on to was gross, and like you get wet and your skin is absorbent, so it absorbed into his skin and he got really sick.
Gross. Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
So we'll do the opposite. We'll just pick one ride, and then I'm probably gonna wrap this up because I don't know. We've probably been on this like for like an hour or so. But what is your least favorite ride at any park? But not for like not being able to ride it, not being able to ride it because of anxiety, anything like that. Just something you just don't like because you just thought it was stupid, you thought it was dumb, thought it was like too old, things like that. Something you would never, like you went on it and you were like, I'm okay with never riding this ride ever again.
Okay, so I am super disappointed. You know what I'm going to say, don't you, Jess?
I do.
I'm super disappointed in Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway thing.
No.
Super disappointed. That was probably a one and done for me. I mean, I'll ride it again if the people I'm with haven't ridden it and they want to ride it, or if there's no line because other people feel like me and I just want to sit down for a while. But I found that ride to be totally disappointing, and it made me sad because, you know, Jess had all of our fast passes set up, and I saw that they had opened them. Jess wasn't online, so I went in and grabbed one real quick, and I was like so excited to surprise her and say, hey, I got it. And then we were like, eh.
Aw.
That's all right.
I've been
I
told that
missed
it's like one of the best
the
rides
Great
there.
Movie Ride.
Yeah, it's a baby ride.
But like, isn't it like trackless and there's a bunch of like animatronics
It is.
and
But it's really short. Like maybe a fourth of the track that the Great Movie Ride was.
I've never ridden
The
that before.
storyline's kind of, yeah. So,
The art
and we were in the
is-
last car, so we couldn't see a lot of things
Oh,
that were
yeah.
going on with the front car.
Which
So
was
I don't know if it'll be
important.
different if I sit closer to the front.
I don't think so. I mean, it kind of sucked that we weren't able to see that piece that's in the front. But
Mhm.
honestly, it just was a disappointment. It's especially because it was trackless and it was supposed to be all these great things, but it just let me down.
Is that yours, Jess, too? Is the
Mm-mm.
no? Okay. So we know Denita's. What is yours, Jess?
Winnie the Pooh.
Aw.
Sorry. I like Winnie the Pooh. I like the character. There's something about the actual ride that I'm just not
I can
as
tell you
fond
what's
of.
wrong with
I
that ride.
like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride better.
That is what's wrong with that ride. It should have stayed Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Yeah.
Kind of agree. Because like, if we can keep freaking Small World and we can keep the Speedway and have all those old rides that used to be there whenever the park opened and things like that, why can we not have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? Like, there were some people that never got to experience it that wanted to experience it.
That's such a great, because it was a great ride. But I changed my vote. The Speedway, that is such a waste of space.
Oh yeah, I'm not a fan
changed
of the
my vote.
Speedway
It's
either.
the Speedway.
Now that they've shortened it even more,
I have
It's
not
they
yet.
so loud.
I have not gotten on that ride since I was in elementary school.
I've
it's
never ridden.
I
loud.
mean, I think
it
it's really
stinks.
cool that Disney designed their own cars and everything for it, but it's so loud.
It's
Well,
time
here's
to
the thing.
let it
So
go.
a lot of Disney's things when they first opened up were like state of the art. They were like
Yeah.
ahead of the time. Like, this was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Like, catch up. Like, there's so many things that we're opening up. Like, we're opening Tron. We're opening up Trackless Rides. We're opening Rise of Resistance. We're doing Flight of Passage. But, like, let's update other things. So, like, now that they've shortened the ride for the Speedway, let's update the look of the cars. Let's make them a little bit more spacious for people that can ride them. Like, I rode it one time. I think me and my brother were there, and I barely, like, a centimeter fit. And it was so uncomfortable. Like, you can't even get your feet. Like, they're like this long, like, for real. Like, there's not enough room to put your feet to actually act like you're driving. Like, your knees are in your face.
The cheesy.
My
So-
dad was 6'4" and he rode it.
It's a cheesy.
I don't know.
comedy
So I
ride.
think they should make it spaceships. That if you were
Oh,
driving
yeah.
spaceships, that would be really cool.
I think they should make it
Or
not
like Jetson
legal.
cars, you know?
I think they should just get rid of it and put something else there.
I agree. Or change
They can
them
put Mr.
to,
Toad's Wild Ride there.
like, they could put a whole freaking roller coaster there. They can add another roller coaster, or
Mhm.
put another show building in there and do something else. Like,
They
there's
need more roller coasters. The lines for the roller coasters are insane.
Yeah.
like, to me, like, they could do Incredibles there. They could have other another princess. They could do a Moana themed area there. They could do so many things in that area that they're not. But I mean, to me, think about it. Like, when it's busy, that line is always like 60 minutes long. It's like
Yeah.
40 to 60 minutes every time you go on it. But, like, at the time before the Tron construction started, it was worth it to go on it if you could fit, because it was a long average ride. Like, you could go on it and you could take like 5 or 10 minutes to ride it. Now it's like 2 to 3 minutes and you're done. And then the track, the cars don't even work.
They need a little
You turn
TLC.
right, it goes left.
I have no desire to ride that.
I mean, it was fun. I mean,
Change
my
it
brother
out,
had
make
a
it into
difficulty.
bumper cars.
Oh, bumper cars
They
would be
should,
fun.
Mm-hmm.
they should make like stitch bumper cars.
That would be
Yeah.
fun.
The whole
Maybe
track is bumper cars. Like, that would be the biggest, most amazing bumper car ride ever.
But make them
That would be fun.
spaceships.
Yes.
Make them spaceships and make them like Stitch themed, and then every spaceship is a different experiment.
I would
Or
so
the
ride that.
alien.
Or like Big Hero 6
We need
or
to
somewhere.
talk to Imagineers about this.
Right. So, okay, so Denita's is the Speedway. Jess is Winnie
I'm
the
changing
Pooh.
to the Speedway.
Oh,
It's
I
really
should
a
have
waste of
mentioned the
space.
Speedway. I should have mentioned the Speedway. Dang.
We forget about it. I mean, it's one of those things you just walk past and forget about.
I walk
You can't
quickly
forget
past
about it.
because it's so noisy.
You cannot forget about it because the noise and the smell.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forget about it. It's like I don't even notice it anymore.
I don't notice
It
it until I'm
ruins-
like right next to it.
Yeah.
To me, it ruins any ride that's in the area. So, like, when you go by it with people movers or teacups or anything in that area, like when you're eating food at Cosmic Rays and you're sitting outside, like, you don't want to smell that. Hello.
So is that yours, Josh?
No, I don't hate the Speedway. I just won't ride it anymore. I've ridden it, but if I had the chance, I'd ride it again, but I'd have to lose more weight in order to ride it. I just can't ride it with my size right now because I don't fit with the steering wheel. So a ride that I honestly could never ride again and be happy is Haunted Mansion.
What?
Yeah.
What's why?
Blasphemous.
I knew he was going to say that.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
Haunted Mansion?
Huh?
What's wrong with Haunted Mansion?
Okay.
What's not wrong with Haunted Mansion?
It's amazing.
What is not wrong with that ride? First of all,
The ballroom scene. Come on.
I
What
love that
scene?
scene. The ballroom.
Yeah.
okay, trash. I'm done. I'm not riding that ride anymore. My dad's favorite ride. I don't know why. And he tries to get me to go on it every single time. I make him a fast pass and I wait outside.
But
Okay.
there's all of the like corny jokes on like
Yeah,
the
but-
crypts and stuff.
A
and
joke
all
is funny. A joke is funny.
Oh, come on. Have you ever read them?
Have I ever read them?
The names
the
on all of
graves
the
and-
graves and stuff.
No, I don't wait and stand by, Jess.
You can see them without
When you
reading
meet him
them.
at the exit, there's like a crypt there. You need to
Oh.
read all of the names.
No, I'm good. I don't ride the ride anymore.
They're hilarious.
I have ridden Haunted Mansion like 20 times in the last 3 years, and I'm good.
You just upset Dennis.
Yeah, but the problem is though.
Listen, I'm telling you, I think that it's outdated. It needs more light. Like the graveyard scene and the part where you're like, my favorite part of Ghost Mountain, Haunted Mansion, is the part when you're coming the graveyard scene and there's the tomb or the headstones or whatever they're called, the head thingies, and one's broken and they're singing.
Right?
Like I know that song by heart, and that's like my favorite part. I'm like this until I get to that part.
So I will say that the graveyard scene could do with some updating with some new technology and be really cool. But
The
I
whole
think
thing
the rest
needs
of
new
it is
technology.
fine.
No,
I think it's a really good ride. I mean, it needs updated. It needs to quit breaking down.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great ride.
I think it needs a refurbishment, like a year-long refurbishment. And I don't know. It needs to be, the animatronics need to be updated. They need to be more futuristic looking. The
Why would
ride
it be
vehicles need to be updated. Like
Not a
in
futuristic
like
ride.
advanced. They need to be advanced looking. Like they need to be like Rise of Resistance animatronic looking.
So you want it to be more like the Phantom Manor and what's Tokyo's? I can't remember.
Like, okay, so Tokyo's Pirates of the Caribbean versus our Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, there's like no contest. I've seen videos.
Hello, like why can't we have rides like that at our parks now? Like I understand that they're opening their parks up whenever we get more advanced technology, blah blah blah. They're doing that. They're doing their thing. But like to me, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World. All those rides need to be revamped. Spaceship Earth needs to be revamped.
I was watching the Walt Disney Imagineering show on Disney Plus,
Oh yeah.
and
That
they
was great.
talked about why they did Pirates in Tokyo so different. It was because the people over there just wouldn't sit through a dark boat ride. They wouldn't like
Right.
it.
But like
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean here is a ride where you can take children on.
Yeah.
It's like one of those rides where you can take your child on. It's a little bit thrilling because of like one little drop, and it's fun to see. It's fun to be on. But like, I don't know, like some of these animatronics, they're tradition and they're like historic, but like I feel like Disney's never going to go out of business. We can all agree to that. Like we know that Disney's never going to be because of the way it is. But I just feel like it turns a lot of people off because they're, to me, so like iffy for change. If that makes any sense?
So, but they also have to walk that rope of not changing too much, because if you change too much, think about the redhead and how much controversy there was over that.
Well,
Taking
no,
out
I'm okay
Figment,
with
there were
you
petitions.
Keeping some things the way they are, but like keep the exact same ride, just update the electronics.
So even if you do that, you're going to have people who are upset about it because you're messing with the integrity of the original ride.
Yeah.
They can go somewhere else.
I'm just saying. That's part of the reason I think they have to walk that line.
Yeah, I think that bringing in new rides is great. Closing down old rides that are crap is great. But there's some rides that are just Disney. They are what Disney was built on, and I don't think that they need updated as far as new paint. Things that are breaking down need to be fixed, but I don't think the rides need to be changed.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not saying change anything. Like the Haunted Mansion ride, like the graveyard scene. Like, let's not change a thing. The whole entire thing is fine. Keep it the way it is. But like, add a little bit of lighting so you can see what's going on. Like, update a little bit of like the animatronics so they run a little bit smoother. And like, let's add some what's it called? Like the carts in Haunted Mansion. Do they have volume or sound in the back of the cart?
Mhm.
Like in the buggy?
Yeah.
Well, let's play the music of the graveyard scene in the back.
So all of your sounds and stuff come from the buggy on that. So
Well, it's not loud enough for me.
Get a hearing
I
aid.
have
you should
immaculate
ride it
hearing.
without any of the sound, because I've done that because my buggy was broken.
Oh no.
It's a totally different ride, and it's not nearly as good.
It's not good at all.
It is.
It is.
I think
Hey,
that
You're
you're
just wrong, Josh.
huge minority here.
Wow. Rude. Okay. Moving along. I'm allowed to have an opinion. Okay. Sarah, what is your least favorite ride at Disney of all time that you would never ride again?
You're gonna be mad at me. I have to say Splash Mountain. And
Oh,
the biggest reason is because, like, I feel like we got stuck a little bit because it was, like, backed up. And my legs were hurting so bad because I have really long legs and there's not a lot of leg space. I was in so much pain.
It's
I
true.
was like, I'm done.
My knees jam into the back of the seat in front of me,
It was
and
so
it's not
painful.
fun. It's not comfortable, but it's just, I don't know.
I have a love-hate relationship with it, but that's my anxiety. I love the ride, but the drop is
Yeah.
hard for me.
your
I also
photo
don't like
from this
getting
last
wet
trip was
on
the
rides.
best.
The photo was pretty funny. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this was fun. Thanks for joining me, y'all.
It was nice to
talking
see
with me.
people.
Right, it really is. I talked to Sarah and Denita like maybe every once in a while, but I don't get to talk to y'all as much as I want to and see y'all as much as I want to. I wish we could plan a trip to all three of us, all four of us could be in a park at one time.
That'd be
Whenever
fun.
they
We can
open.
make that happen.
Maybe next year sometime. Maybe
Sarah,
in 2000.
do you drive or do you fly?
I fly.
I'm not flying anymore.
Aw.
Well, I mean, Sarah, how far are you from Denita?
Not
Like
far.
an hour?
Yeah, maybe 2.
Just save some money up and ride down with Denita. Is Sarah on the way to Disney, or is she like the opposite direction?
No, she would have to drive like to Chattanooga area or take transport or something to Chattanooga, and then we would go down from there.
Okay, so get Matthew to take you to Chattanooga, and then Denita can drive you down, and y'all can stay at Disney.
Yep.
Start selling some stuff to.
We can make that on that trip that we rent the ECVs, Jess. We can have a whole line of ECVs.
I'm not getting in one of those.
You promised
those.
me.
No, you can ride one, and I'll just walk along beside it.
No, I don't like riding those. My dad rents them, and I've tried driving one while he walked, and nope, I got out. I gave it back to him.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's not even that I didn't like. I'm more than happy to run people over. It's like a hobby of mine, but like I was just like, people
It is
don't
good to
care
have
about you.
somebody walking that can like block traffic for us to drive.
Well, like my dad rides them, and people don't care. They don't even see you.
Yep.
They walk in front of you. They just
I honk my horn a lot.
yeah. Beep 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 beep.
I don't think I can
Alrighty.
bring
You can hear it.
Well, maybe I guess maybe we could do this. Maybe we should just like once a week if y'all want to, and we can post it on everybody's channels once a week. If y'all really want to do this, I'm fine with doing this. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun.
that's fun.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.